Okay, I thought I'd be helpful here. A little Kia Rio '06, um, removing this old radio, installing a new one. I got some helpful hints from somebody who posted still pictures online, but they weren't very helpful because you didn't show you exactly how it's done. But I did notice little squares popping up here, here, and here on their video. So what I did is I got this little knife here, and this is just a simple little butter knife, and basically just slide it in and wedge it in there and give it a little pop, and that pops out there. Same with over here. Just kind of, oops, actually once you get that first one open, you can pop open elsewhere as well. There we go. Pop that up. And then same with up here. I'm assuming that's going to be the case. This is my first time doing this, so if I screw it up, you'll know who to blame. There we go. That pops up there. Alright, I'm going to use both hands and pause this for a second. Okay, it took a little bit of wedging on this side and this side, but I actually just kind of grabbed this bottom arm and kind of kept working it back, and it looks like it let go finally off the top. Now I'm just kind of working this, and hopefully be able to let this side here seems to be wanting to hold on here. There we go. That let go. So finish popping it out here. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the whole thing's popped out, and we got some wires in here I'll need to take apart here, and as well, hopefully I'm not making y'all sick, the vent covers. I think if I just remove these wires, it should just come loose, come free. So I'm going to pause it for a second and pop these things out here, since I'm using my iPhone to record this. Okay, it looks like there were some wires connected up top here as well. I just disconnected these. As you can see, these just, it's got a little push tab here. You push that in, and the whole thing will pop out. And the same with another one up top here. Those will just pop out. These are for the display panels up here as well. I'm about to disconnect these on the bottom. I think these should just basically let go. There's another little pull button, push button on the back, I believe. There we go. There's one. And there's the other one. Sorry if I'm making you nauseous here. I'm trying to do this and hold my iPhone. Let me pause for just a second. I'll get that with two hands. Be right back. Okay, I removed the last one here, and you can see, if I pull back far enough, I've got the whole apparatus, or the whole cowling, if you will, and I'm just pulling it out, and now you can see the new radio, or the old radio, rather, and there's 4 screws, apparent screws. They're real obvious. 1, 2, 3, there's 3 up there, and there's another one over here. So I'm going to remove those, and take out the old radio, and put in my wiring harness for the new one, and I'll be right back. Okay, I removed all the screws, removed the wiring harness. There was a little harness attached to the back here. You can see somebody spilled some goop on there, and that's why I was probably having speaker problems. And there's also an antenna that goes right there. There's the antenna that came in. Now if you notice, my replacement rig here for my new radio will kind of float there, but so I need to harness or harvest from my old radio this bracket here on the side, and I could probably rig that, maybe bend these back or something like that so that it'll fit my new wiring harness. What I need to do is get that same distance from here to here to fit on the new bracket, so that my new radio will sit basically where this one sits. So I need to do some measurements. What I want to do is get this distance from here to here to be the same, so that my new faceplate will sit. Let me put that there for a second. So that my new faceplate will sit, let me see, there we go. So it'll sit somewhat the same distance ahead. So I have to figure that out and rig something probably. Wish me luck. I'll be right back. Okay, so I removed the 4 screws on the side, and you see now I can take off this bracket. This is what holds the old radio on. I'm going to reuse this for my new installation, so I can put this back in here when it's all said and done. You can put that back there, and then somehow get this new one to fit where I want it to, and see if that does the trick somehow. So I'm going to have to do some planning here, and I'll be right back. Okay, here I am a day later. I didn't get the right wiring harness, and I'm too impatient to order another one, so I just decided to rewire it myself, and researching and figuring out things using an ohm meter. I was able to figure out which ones was the main ground and the ignition ground are hot, and as well figure out which ones were the speakers. So I'm doing that. Also, I managed to I didn't have the right wiring mounting bracket for the radio as well, so I managed to make one using the old bracket that you saw earlier, and if you can see, the whole thing is hot glued together, which is pretty messy and looks like it's jerry-rigged to the hilt, but it actually is working pretty decently. You can see here it's mounted up pretty nice, and my door has enough room to open and everything on this radio, and so it's going to work pretty decently, I think. I had to rig it, get some guidelines and mount them to here so that I could get the same distance and angle from on this radio to match the old one, so when I pop it in here it'll match up just right. Hopefully that's the plan anyway. So let me finish putting this wiring together, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have finally gotten all my wiring done. It's kind of a shamble back there, but it works pretty decently, and as you see, my hot glue gun mounting bracket seems to be working okay, and as you can see, this whole shoot and match fits together nicely back in here. And then when I grab my faceplate here, it just seems to go right nice smack dab back where it should, and I'm pretty happy with that. So now all I have to do is put the screws on, and basically this whole thing should just pop right back in there. Actually it does. Once I push it on, push it in, it snaps back in there, and everything will be great. And this is the XML 850 radio, which has a and this is the reason I bought this, because it's got a Bluetooth, I'm sorry, not a Bluetooth, but an iPhone connector, so you can hook up your iPhone to it, which I can't show you right now because I'm shooting this with my iPhone. So and then this goes back here, and it's a pretty cool little operation. You can see I've already got everything kind of turned on and powered up, and so it's really a nice little install. And I'll button up here. Let me open this back up, and I'll show you the final results. Okay, moment of truth here. Got it all in there, and I'm about to punch it in the rest of the way. I hope that'll work. There we go. Punch it there. There. Seems to be sitting in there pretty decently. Pop. Pop. And there it is. Hey, not so bad. Although it took me a whole heck of a lot longer than I thought it would, but only because I had to redo the wiring and everything and the harness myself, because this particular radio isn't made for this car, and they will do wonderful things to suggest another radio for you, but this is the one I wanted, because it has this cool little thing right here, which pops out rather nicely for my iPhone, which I'm using right now to videotape this. Anyways, hope this was helpful. If not, don't tell me. Or if it was helpful, just let me know if it was. Thanks. Bye.